So after a minute, she's playing out the idea. She goes, okay, so you got this thing, blah, blah, blah. She goes, so after this stunt, whatever it is, happens, how does it end? What is then the wrap
like
up?
MythBusters, you got
is the myth true?
Or
is
false?
It false? Is it plausible? They run through their results. That's how it works. On this one, so how does it end? So she looks over at the guy that's pitching. He doesn't say anything because there is no ending. Then she looks over at me. I was instantly back in English class.
I heated up,
The
man.
teacher just asked me a question I don't know the answer to, and I I'm looking like, please don't pick me. Please don't pick me. Please don't. I don't know how it ends. I can't even fake how it ends. I can't come up with an ending. I don't know.
So the guy, from the TV production company, he has to come up with something. So he's like, that's the beauty of it. Nothing gets accomplished at the end.
It's a show about nothing. It doesn't end. There's no show. Before you know it, the credit rolls.
There's no conclusion. And he's looking at Ant and I, because now he's trying to bail himself out. He's like, those guys will just do what they do best.
Do what they do.
It's how they interact with the stunt.
We do what we do.
And then she obviously goes, this is basically MythBusters, is what you're freaking
We
pitching
do
us.
what we do. Sit, Ubu, sit.
Right.
Hey, on to the next show.
And then she goes, all right, let's go with this further, because she's...
Shh.
But now I think she's just playing with the guy like a little cat with a wounded mouse. So she has a better story to tell at the Christmas party, because she goes, okay, what do we put on the side of a bus? Because we have to promote this new show with Opie and Anthony.
She even said, she goes, I don't want to be cliche about this, but what's the side of the bus? What do we put on the side of the bus? Which is, how do you wrap it up into a bus board?
Right.
Into something that you would see drive by on the side of a bus and look at it and know what it's about.
And people would go, wow, I got to watch that show.
Gotta watch
I
it.
just have your two heads and it goes, huh? Huh? This is it right here. Come on, people.
Why weren't you at the pitch with us?
That's hilarious.
Of course. Huh?
Both of us making that stupid face.
Says it all, Bill. We needed Bill Burr there.
Here's Opie and Anthony.
You might as well just have fun at that point. That's like when you're bombing in a day, like, this girl's not going to do anything with me. You just start fucking staring at her tits.
Bill, but at this point, we are bombing so bad, we have nothing to do with it. They're using us to try to get this horse shit
We
made.
were the eye candy.
Right, but I'm sitting there because I remember, like, deja vu, where we were in meetings like this and we had no radio career, and I was thinking we were back with no radio career, and then I went, oh, wait a minute, we're doing really well for XM Satellite Radio. This doesn't mean shit in the end. So then I started really enjoying
having fun with
the interaction that was going on.
At first, though, you're right. It was a flashback.
It was a flashback, like, we're losers and we have nothing.
Be in one of these meetings when you don't have a job, when you're not doing radio on a daily basis, when your future is not so bright, you don't know what's going to happen. Very up in the air. You're sitting in these meetings going, wait, this is what my life is now?
Yeah.
But Ope's right. It's snapped in both of our heads. It's like, wait a minute.
We're all right.
I go to work every day.
We're all right
We got
now.
great careers. XM Satellite Radio. Oh, whew.
You know how bad it got for us? We had to take a meeting with this production house before, like we've said many times during this conversation. We also had we took phone calls from an internet radio company. And we actually took a meeting in the middle of nowhere in Jersey with a video game company.
Dude, who was the internet guy? He was a child star. Which guy was he?
Oh, no, that was another thing. The dude from Wonder Years. The older brother.
The older brother
from Wonder Years.
Yes, our career was hinging on the older brother from the Wonder Years.
He's doing internet radio now.
Doing internet radio, calling our agent.
Yeah, big fan of our show. So the lady from A&E's like, what's on the side of the bus? And then she gives us a great example.
What's on the bus?
Right. She goes,
huh?
She goes, growing up Gotti. Just, sells the show.
Sells the show. You got the graphic, you got the little diamond pinky ring looking thing, you got the Gotti name, you know what you're getting.
So she goes, growing up Gotti, what do you got for this show? And so this dude goes, what's on the box?
Yeah. Well, what I see on the side of
box
the box is he didn't even get the bus thing right.
Opie and Anthony, and then he mentions the name of the show. which means nothing. And then she's like, guys, this is MythBusters. It's being done like crazy all over TV, and she's letting him down lightly. But this guy is still clueless. He's like, well, can we come back to you? We'll work on it. We'll come at it from some different angles, and we'll rework it. And can we?
Now you're begging.
Can we?
Now you're begging.
How many times I've said that?
Yeah,
Oh
really?
no, you've been there.
So he's like, can we have another meeting? And because she's the big boss and she has the underlings with her, she goes, yeah, you could email Rob or Michael, and we'll see where it goes. Just not me, because she's basically saying, I'm done with you guys unless a miracle happens.
Did you see the big charm bracelet she had on?
Yeah.
She had this big charm bracelet on that was also a watch.
Yeah.
And I noticed very early on, I heard clang, clang, as she turned her watch to look at it. Like, it was like wind chimes on her watch where you couldn't miss. She was looking at her watch. So, you ever try to sneak a look at your watch and really not look like you're looking at your watch?
Yeah.
And you do something like, oh, I got a splinter or my fingernail, and you kind of can look.
Yeah.
Hers was clang, 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 clang.
Big charm bracelets
looking
swinging.
at her watch.
It was like,
that happened to me last year. I was paired up with this writer who I just totally misread him. A lot of writers are like totally like introverted. So when you go to meet, and like all their funny is on the page, so the fucking meetings are so awkward. But this guy, he had like energy and shit, and I totally misread him. He was a fucking psycho. And before we go in there, I'm like, okay, man, I'm the comedian, so, you just kind of kick me into bounds, and I'll pitch this thing. And he's, oh, no, he goes, I'll handle it. He goes, I am the pitch master. I swear to God he said that. This dude went in there, just grabs the reins and starts pitching this fucking idea. It was like a Tarantino movie. It's like the end came first, then the beginning was in the middle. Travolta's like walking by in the background, and people are just like... 2 minutes into it, they're like playing with their pens.
Oh,
and they're
no.
looking. I literally had to sit them down and just be like, dude, when fucking people are like winding their watches and looking at something on their ankle as you're pitching this allegedly $1 million. Oh, and he started off so big. This idea is going to change television.
Wow.
Where do you go from there?
Yeah.
That's like when they bring you up as a comedian, like, oh, this next guy. Oh, you are in for a treat, everybody. Hold on to your hats, because this fucking guy, and you're just sitting there standing like, dude, take it down. Take it down. I got nothing that can follow that.
That's so true. Yeah, but
if this guy isn't the funniest fucking guy you've ever seen, you're like, ugh.
Yeah, what people don't understand, there's a lot of shit on TV. There are so many other ideas that obviously never make it to TV. That's the reality show that one of these networks should make. Is a whole show on these pitch meetings, because it's so ridiculous. So anyway,
so bad. Your dream of the pitch meeting, by the way, is to go in, sit down in front of these people, pitch your show, and have them just howling. Have these jaded network people howling at your shit. Just sweating because they're laughing, enjoying it, shaking your hand, going, you come in tomorrow and we'll green light this thing. And to sit there and have them looking like dogs when you whistle at them, and they tilt their head and their ears go up. They're just staring at you is horrific.
So we're almost done. So then...
Someone said we should have broken out the Aristocrats Act.
Ta-da! Ta-da! So let's move on, because
I'm fucking Opie, and then
we gotta hurry up the story, because Richard Cheese is here with his band. They gotta play a few numbers before they get out of here. But so he's like, well, can we rework this and represent it to you? And she's being nice, like, yeah, you could email Rob or whatever, and she says, a couple of weeks or whatever, maybe we could, see where you're at.
Yeah.
And he goes, a couple of weeks? I was hoping 6:30.
Yeah, she goes, when, it was actually before she said a couple of weeks. She goes, at some point, we'll get back together and, if you can rework this and rehash it. And he goes, how about 6:30?
Not showing how desperate he is at all.
Oh, get it, right away.
That's funny.
It's like, well, a couple of weeks or...
Because then he's like...
Never.
I bet you if we all just went to happy hour and had a few beers, you'd see it my way.
Yeah.
He's getting nothing,
Let's
dude.
bring in alcohol.
Nothing.
Let's bring some alcohol into this and
So
with beads of sweat pouring down his. Did he have flop sweat?
I couldn't look at anybody.
Anthony said he was holding back flop sweat.
I was looking at my water. I was looking at my bottle of water, my bottle of conference room table water.
Did you?